You said yes. Again. And you felt it land in your chest before the word had even finished leaving your mouth. It is late now. The house is quiet. And you are lying there, running the same thought on a loop. Why did I agree to that? Everyone has an answer for you. Just say no. Set a boundary. Stop being such a people pleaser. And you have tried. You really have. You promised yourself, this time I will say no. Then the moment came, and the yes fell out of you anyway. So tonight, let us put that advice down. Because it never worked, and it was never going to. There is one boundary underneath all of this. The one that actually holds. And it is not the one you have been reaching for. Stay with me, and by the end you will have it. A single sentence you can carry into the very next conversation you have been dreading. First, let us be honest about what people-pleasing actually feels like from the inside. Because it is not what people assume. It does not feel like kindness. It feels like scanning. Reading the room before you have even sat down in it. You walk into a room and some quiet part of you asks, are they okay with me? Is everyone all right? Have I done anything wrong? You apologize for things that were never yours. You laugh a half second too fast. You agree before you have even decided what you think. And when someone is disappointed in you, even slightly, it does not feel like a normal, passing thing. It feels like danger. That word matters. Danger. Hold on to it, because it is the key to everything that comes next. Here is a true thing you may not know. People-pleasing is not a character flaw. It has a name, and it is a survival response. For years, we spoke of 3 ways a body protects itself under threat. Fight. Flight. Freeze. Then a therapist named Pete Walker, who spent his life helping people heal from long, early hardship, described a 4th one. He called it fawning. When you cannot fight and you cannot run, the body tries one more thing. It tries to become useful. Agreeable. Safe to be around. The nervous system makes a quiet calculation. If I keep everyone happy, no one will turn on me. If I am no trouble, I will be all right. So the yes you cannot stop is not weakness. It is an old alarm, still doing the job it learned to do a long time ago. That is why just say no fails. You are not arguing with a habit. You are arguing with a part of you that is trying to keep you safe. Read that slowly. The part of you that says yes is not the enemy. It is a frightened protector that never got the message the emergency is over. You cannot bully an alarm into silence. But you can teach it, slowly, that the danger it fears is not really there anymore. So let us find the real problem. Because it was never the word no. It was what you believe a no will cost you. Somewhere along the way you learned an equation. If someone is unhappy with me, then I have done something wrong, and I must fix it. It is a tidy little equation. And it is false. Someone can be disappointed in you and you can have done absolutely nothing wrong. Their disappointment is information about what they wanted. It is not a verdict on who you are. But that only becomes real if you can feel the difference in your body. And usually, at first, you cannot. Which brings us to the next piece. Watch what you actually do when you sense someone is upset. You reach for the whole weight of it. All of it. Instantly. Their mood becomes your project. Their comfort becomes your responsibility. You start managing feelings that were never yours to carry. And here is the strange cruelty of it. The more responsible you feel for everyone, the less honest you can afford to be. Because honesty might disappoint them. And you have made their disappointment your emergency. So the truth gets smaller and smaller. You have probably felt this without a name for it. The quiet exhaustion of a person carrying rooms full of moods that are not theirs. And the people who truly love you were never asking you to disappear. That was the alarm story, not theirs. That tiredness is not laziness. It is the cost of a job you were never actually assigned. Now, the moment it all turns on. The 3 or 4 seconds after you say no, before the other person responds. That gap is the whole game. That small, silent space is where people-pleasing lives, and where it can finally end. Because in that gap, the old alarm goes off at full volume. Fix it. Take it back. Add a reason. Turn the no into a maybe. Turn the maybe into a yes. So you soften it. You over-explain. You apologize 3 times. You offer something you did not want to offer, just to make the discomfort stop. And the relief comes. For a moment. And then, later tonight, you are back on the ceiling, wondering why you did it again. Here is what nobody tells you about that gap. It does not last. That unbearable feeling has a shelf life of about 10 seconds. If you can stay in it. If you can just breathe and not fix it, the wave rises, crests, and falls. And you are still standing. Which brings us, at last, to the boundary. The one I promised. And it is not a script for saying no. It is something quieter than that. The one boundary that fixes people-pleasing is a line drawn inside you. A line of responsibility. On your side of the line is this. You are responsible for being honest. And you are responsible for being kind. That is your whole job in any conversation. Tell the truth, as gently as you can. That is the entire list. There is nothing else on it. And on the other side of the line, the side that is not yours, is this. How they feel about your honest, kind answer. Their disappointment. Their frustration. Their opinion of your no. That belongs to them. It was always going to belong to them. You are not responsible for how another grown person feels about a truth you told with care. That sentence, if you let it in, changes everything. You do not have to make them okay. You only have to be honest and kind, and then let them have their own reaction, in peace. That is the line. Say your truth kindly. Then let their feelings be theirs. That is the one boundary, and everything else grows from it. And I want to speak to you now, directly, for just a moment. Yes, you. The one who reads the room before they enter it. You are not too much, and you are not too nice. You learned, very young, that being agreeable kept things calm. That was wise, then. But you are safe now, in ways your younger self could not imagine. And the thing that once protected you is now quietly costing you your life. You are allowed to disappoint someone and still be good. You are allowed to be honest and still be loved. Let that be true tonight. So here is what to do. Not someday. The next time someone asks for something and you feel the old yes rising. First, buy yourself the gap. You do not have to answer instantly. Try 5 plain words. Let me think about that. That one sentence breaks the reflex. It puts a door between the request and your answer, and you get to decide who walks through it. Then, when you know your answer, give it simply. I cannot do that this time. No reason attached. No apology stacked on top. And then comes the hard part, the part that is the whole practice. You stay quiet. You let the 10 seconds come. Do not fill the silence. Do not rescue them from a feeling they are allowed to have. Just breathe and let the wave move through you. Feel it rise. Feel your chest tighten and your mind beg you to take it back. And do nothing. Just breathe once, slowly, all the way down. And then feel it pass. Because it will. And on the other side of those 10 seconds is a version of you that did not abandon herself to keep the peace. Do this once, and it will feel enormous, almost reckless. Do it 10 times, and the alarm begins to learn. The danger it feared never came. This is how the fawn response quiets. Not by force. By showing your own nervous system, again and again, that honesty is survivable. And slowly, something you had almost forgotten comes back. Your own preferences. What you actually want. The quiet yes that is really yours. Here is the thing I most want you to keep. Every time you say a true no, you are saying a true yes to your own one life. Think of a wall calendar, every square filled with other people's plans. People-pleasing keeps it like that, packed and airless. The one boundary lets you leave one square blank. On purpose. For no reason you have to justify to anyone. That blank square is not selfish. It is where your life goes. It is the small quiet room in your week that finally belongs to you. So tonight, before you sleep, pick the one conversation you have been dreading. And decide, in advance, your two jobs. Honest. And kind. Nothing more. Then let the rest go. Their reaction is theirs. Let this be your one quiet minute, the minute you stopped carrying what was never yours to hold. You do not have to become a different person. You only have to draw one quiet line and stand gently on your own side of it. Say the true no. It does not have to be perfect. It only has to be yours. Tomorrow, another minute like this one, waiting quietly for you.